into account here as Walla looking to do for the first time this year, and that is defeat Clackamas. The Cougars undefeated. Back to you, Mike.
Well, thank you, Jamie, as we get set for this one. And what a tremendous matchup it could conceivably be as these teams get ready to go at it again. Only 3 times has a school run the table, Coach Holden, and Clackamas is trying to join those teams. It was Clark in 1993 and Skagit Valley in 1998. Umpqua, we need to mention the Umpqua team COVID year, Coach, when the tournament was in Everett. They came into the tournament 29-0 and then didn't get to play. And so a tragedy, really, for Dave Strickland and his group, is they had an opportunity to run the table. We'll never know. And then Lane had the opportunity last year and was upended by this Warrior team. That is a hard task, right?
That is a hard task. I always believe that the more wins you had, the bigger the target is on your back. And at the same time, it's helps you focus a little bit more. And so I just think we're in for a thrill right now because I think both these teams are going to be ready to go.
In the NWAC preview show that aired on a lot of the NWAC social media accounts, Jim Martineau said it wasn't about winning 32 games. It was about winning one game every night, one game, 1-0. And that's a great attitude to have.
That's what you have to have. You take one game at a time, a half at a time, and if their team has had that the entire season, you can see why they're undefeated.
So we are getting set for our starting lineups and everything else. First, we'll have the presentation of the colors, which will be performed by the Kennewick High School Junior ROTC. And our anthem will be sung this afternoon by Rita Fryer. If you were not here from the men's championship game earlier today, Coach, it was a very exciting game, won by Skagit Valley over Lower Columbia by a score of 77-72. Really about everything you would want from a championship game.
It was. I was able to see the second half, and they were neck and neck, and it could have gone either way. It was just a well-played game.
So congratulations to Carl Howell. He won 2 championships at Tacoma and moved back to his alma mater at Skagit Valley and won his 3rd. And now let's join the presentation of the colors and the singing of the anthem by Rita Fryer.
Until the colors are retired. The colors are being presented today by the Kennewick High School Junior ROTC Color Guard, and our national anthem will be sung by Rita Fryer.
Very well done by Rita Fryer, our national anthem singer, and the presentation of the colors by the Kennewick High School Junior ROTC. Mike Tatko, Cheryl Holden, Jamie Council ready to bring you this championship game between Clackamas and Walla Walla. For the Cougars, they line up like this. They're going to announce everyone. We'll give you the starters. It'll be Grace Hayashida, and she is a 6-foot freshman from Silverton, Oregon's Silverton High School in Scott Mills, Oregon. Joining her in the starting lineup will be Pepper Smith. And Smith is a freshman 6 feet tall from Centennial High School in Boise, Idaho. Also starting will be May Washington. May Washington, a 6-foot guard, a sophomore from Everett, Washington and Everett High School. Molly Miller, also a sophomore, 5'7", and a guard from Oregon City, Oregon, right down the road from Clackamas Community College. And the final starter will be Brez Schwalm, a 5'7" freshman from South Salem High School in Salem, Oregon. The Cougars are coached by Jim Martineau, Kurt Gilsdorf, Danny Lyons, Mia Martineau. The student assistant coach is Kyle Hostetler. Walla Walla lines up like this. It'll be Allie McKenna, a freshman from Kashmir, Washington. Logan Sailors, a freshman from Meridian, Idaho, went to Rocky Mountain High School. Avery Osterhout, also from Rocky Mountain High School in Meridian. She's a sophomore. Addie Leibel is a sophomore. She is 6'3" from Bishop Kelly High School in Boise, Idaho. And Hadley Froz, a 5'10" sophomore from Meridian, Idaho, went to Coal Valley Christian School in Meridian. The Warriors are coached by Bobby Hazeltine, Mark Lindgren, Brady Trinan, Tim McEwen. Coach, just like you, these are very experienced coaches. Jim Martineau is in his 28th season, Bobby Hazeltine in her 27th season. They've both been on this stage, and so I'm sure, like you, they probably are feeling a few butterflies, but then eventually they'll settle in and just coach, right?
Yeah, they'll just settle in. That's over 60 years of experience, and they've been in different championships a few times, and they're all different, but they are all nerve-wracking.
Well, you have 4 of your own, and we talked about one on one of our recent broadcasts when you had a lot of success across the river at the Toyota Center, and you went through 3 very tough South Region teams, and also Skagit Valley, who was very good from the north that year. And I'm not going to ask you to rank your championships because we'd probably offend a player who was on, but they all have to be very special and probably all very different.
They're all very different, and they're all very special. You have the first one, and it's never been done in the history of Columbia Basin College. And then you have the others who you weren't always picked to win it. So they're all different and just very special.
Again, we're happy to bring you the 2026 NWAC Women's Basketball Championship presented by ICCU. This is a production of STSPN and the NWAC Sports Network, and so many people to thank for us being able to be here and bringing this on. Again, the Warriors come in 28-4, 12-2. They tied with Big Bend for the East Region Championship and got the top seed based on the tiebreaker. Clackamas ran the table in the South 16-0 and now 32-0 overall. And, of course, the top-ranked team all year long. They defeated Highline in the first round 87-28. Big Bend 74-55 in the second round. And then on Friday they beat Lower Columbia 66-58 in the semifinals. Jim Martineau won a championship in 2004. He is 1-1 in title games. Walla Walla defeated Olympic 60-46 last weekend, and also Lane 62-61. And then on Friday they defeated Peninsula 74-62. Again, Walla Walla knocked off undefeated Lane last year and kept them from being the 3rd team ever to go undefeated and win it, and that's what Coach Martineau and the Cougars are trying to do. They're trying to join Clark from 1993 and Skagit Valley from 1998. We're underway. Walla Walla will go right to left in the white. Leibel sealed down low, but her shot was not off, and it's a good rebound by the Cougars, and it's their first opportunity. Washington had a great semifinal game. That one just rattled out, and neither team able to score on the first possession.
They're going to settle in here. Both teams are slowing it down a little bit to try and establish a rhythm.
They go down low to Froz, and not good. No offensive rebound that time. The Warriors really beat Peninsula on the offensive boards. They out-rebounded them overall that night, 55-33.
Yeah, Walla's going to go to the boards with at least 3 every time on the offensive end.
Washington fires a 3. And now here's Logan Sailors, who had 29 points the other night. And Logan up and under. And there's Leibel, and that's the first basket. Addie Leibel lived on the offensive boards against Peninsula, and she scores here. Cougars without Alana Washington. She was injured against Big Bend near the end of that quarterfinal game. They overcame that and defeated Lower Columbia without her. Sailors had it blocked by Miller. Great defensive play by Molly Miller.
Great defensive player. And Clackamas is off running and pushing the ball again.
They want to run. Mae Washington. Pepper Smith with her first touch. And it would not go, and another rebound for Froz. Both teams man-to-man. Froz going to try a deep 3. That rimmed out. So Washington for the Cougars and Froz for the Warriors. Both just barely miss a 3. 2.5 minutes in. Still just 2-0.
Nice little isolation play to try to get Molly a basket.
Shot clock at 3. Schwalm needs to do something. And they will not get the shot off. I don't know if Prez wasn't aware of the time, but she drove. I thought she was going to drive to the hoop and shoot, but she did not.
I thought she was too, and I believe her teammates were letting her know. I just think she wasn't aware.
Clackamas going to force the action here with some full court pressure. That worked, Coach, for Peninsula in that semifinal game at times against Walla Walla. Froz up underneath. They beat the press, and Froz got the basket. It's 4-0.
Walla just handled that nice and easy, very deliberate, and picked up a layup. Looks like Clackamas is going to run a little high screen.
That's Smith. And she was too much time in the key. So the Cougars are going to get who I think, Coach, is the 6th man of this tournament, 6th person since we're doing the women's game. Maddie Miramontes was amazing for Jim Martineau against Lower Columbia. She is a freshman from Liberty High School in Portland, Oregon, and I looked for big things from her. She was amazing the other night.
She was. She was picking up some of the scoring and defensive responsibilities after Clackamas losing one of their players.
Osterhout drove and got fouled, and she'll shoot free throws. This, early on appears to be kind of a grinder of a game. The last 2 seasons in this tournament, they have met. Last year, Walla Walla won 57-44. The year before, they won 46-38. I mean, that's a halftime score for lots of games.
Yeah, the players are just, they're having a hard time breathing right now because they're all wanting to do so well, and it's just going to take them a couple quarters to relax and get in the flow.
And maybe find different combinations of young ladies on the court. Osterhout able to hit both, and Walla Walla has opened a 6-0 lead 4 minutes in. Washington, that one's a little bit short, but there's the offensive rebound in the basket by Hayashida. So the Cougars score on the offensive end. Sailors a step back 3. She got it, Logan Sailors. Well, she found the screen, stepped back, and we talked about that the other day, Coach. They were below the screen. They didn't fire over it, right?
Right. They're going under and almost asking her to shoot that three. That's a nice little jump shot by number 14, May Washington, right in the middle.
Good answer. After being down 9-2, she makes it 9-4. So she found the screen herself and was able to knock it down. Forcing it into Froz, it was nearly stolen. Froz up and under, and Leibel knocked it out of bounds on the rebound. So the Cougars have a chance to get a little bit closer. Jim Martineau right there on the bench, and his assistant, Kurt Gilsdorf, seated next to him. And in talking with Coach Martineau, he gives a lot of credit to his assistants. He's like, they're there every day. They are scheming things. And then, of course, he was very humble and said, I just show up and put on the gear and coach. But we all know he does a lot more than just show up.
Yeah, he does. It's on his shoulders, and he's has a great program.
Hayashida, that three a little bit long, and it'll be Osterhout with the Warriors. We're at the 4:30 mark. We'll have a media timeout at the next whistle. Both teams will get subs in. Leibel backing down, and it was taken from her by Hayashida. Good defense.
Great defense. Even though she was playing behind her, she snuck that arm around and stole that ball.
Grace has it against Leibel, up and under, and Leibel was able to get the rebound. That was on the rim and hung, but fell off.
Just a little short arm.
Warriors want to go low if they can, and it's Sailors to the hoop. The quick first step by Logan Sailors. She already has 5. She had 29 against Peninsula.
She read that well. She had a wide open lane and just made a drive to the basket.
There's Schwam. They got to keep an eye on her. And at the last minute, she ended up not shooting it, but here's Miramontes. And that was off the iron. Good look for Maddie. Warriors going to run a little bit now. Here's Osterhout to the basket. The basket counts, and she's fouled. And we'll have our first timeout, and Avery Osterhout and Walla Walla off to a blistering 13-4 start at the 3:24 mark. And we take our first timeout from Cheryl Holden Court inside the Student Recreation Center here in Pasco. Back after a timeout.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Bada, the official ball of you.
NWAC champions are sponsored by Ziply Fiber, America's fastest home internet provider. Sign up today at ziplyfiber.com with plans starting at $20 a month. Mike Tatko, Cheryl Holden, Jamie Council. Coach Holden, not the start Jim Martineau wanted. They're just 2 of 10.
Yeah, they've come off, a little cold. They have some wide open shots, and I expect them to, start falling here. But they are off to a slow start.
They are first in the NWAC in field goal percentage at 44.9%, so you cannot expect that to happen. As we have a couple of substitutes into the game, Walla Walla has Ella Johnson, a freshman from Kettle Falls, Washington. Miramontes left corner, and who will it belong to? It'll belong to Walla Walla. That was the Clackamas substitute who came into the game. That's Brooklyn Sear, and she is a 5'4 freshman from North Douglas High School in Curtin, Oregon. So both coaches go to their bench during that break. Sydney Gerdes also comes in for the Warriors, a sophomore from Eden, Utah, went to Bonneville High School. Osterhout did not complete the three-point play. And so it's still a 9-point lead. Under 3 now, first quarter. They go down to Ella Johnson, and she gets the basket to go, the freshman from Kettle Falls.
Walla is being very patient and working the ball inside and taking it right at Clackamas in the paint.
Mae Washington, she's going to want to get going. She does. She gets past the defense, but it would not go. Another tough break. They've got to start falling, I would assume. They've had 3 already in this first period, Coach, and they've just not been able to go. Johnson fires again and hits again. A nice lift off the bench for them.
Yeah, she's come on fire coming off the bench.
Miramonte is going to drive on Johnson. Miller's been quiet so far. I would expect her to get a screen and pop one from there. And it's iron only, and it's Gertis. Warriors have numbers, and Osterhout to the basket, and a foul, and Avery will shoot 2 more. I think that's going to be on Miller.
Yeah, Walla's getting out and running, and they have numbers 2-on-1, and they're doing a great job getting to the rim.
So it'll be McKenna who sits down, and in for the Warriors is Maricela Contreras as Osterhout hits that one. Contreras is a freshman from Pasco right here and played at Chiawana High School. Osterhout has 6 early points, and it is 19-4 at the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Tried to go Miller back door. Coach Martineau trying something new, Coach, getting her down low. And now driving is Sear, kicking, and Hayashida. And a traveling violation. So again, good defensive possession by Walla Walla.
Walla Walla's doing a great job keeping them out of the paint and not giving them the shots that they really want to take.
Sailors driving up and under with the right hand, and that did not go, and a held ball, and it'll go to Clackamas. So Sailors got a taste of what Clackamas has been facing all day, and that's near missing.
Yeah, she's a little bit under the basket, but attacking it so that it puts Clackamas on call there for their defense.
We approach the 1-minute mark. Miller going to drive on Osterhout, up and under, and again it just would not fall. And the Warriors will have another opportunity as we're under a minute. Sailors. And off the iron, and so the Cougars now will have an opportunity to get a little bit closer before the buzzer. Washington pull up. No. And Contreras rebounds it. Gerdes up and under. Sydney Gerdes scores. So a lot of people, 6 different players in the scoring column for Walla Walla.
Clackamas is just going to take a last shot here. They just want this quarter to be over with.
Regroup. Down to 7 seconds. It's Washington. Wouldn't go, and the Warriors will let it run out, and that is the end of a very successful first quarter for the Black and Gold. Have a great crowd from right down the road, and they have a great first quarter. It is 21-4 Walla Walla. Cheryl and I and Jamie are back after we take this time out.
CCC is a very good place to lay the foundation that'll further your life.
I'm really grateful for the high quality education that I'm getting here. This is exactly what I need, this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'll use it.
Putting yourself out there, this love of going further in life. There's no price on that, and I enjoy coming here as a student.
It's just for my children. It's for my children and for myself, and to give them a better future. That is my why.
Find your why at Clackamas Community College.
Welcome back to the Student Recreation Center. Let's go down to Jamie Council.
Thanks, Mike. I'm joined by Alana Washington as Clackamas undefeated, but it's been a while since the program has been in the NWAC championship. Walla Walla crowd is here, and right now things not going your way. Talk about the nerves that come into a game like this, settling down and playing the brand of basketball you guys have all season long.
Yeah, for sure. Like, we've come into all of our games have felt like this. We're trying to keep our record good this whole season, so I mean, it's nothing really new. We just got to come in and stay calm throughout the whole game. Every game's been like this. We come back before, so no one's really worried. I think we'll be fine.
A lot of basketball yet to be played, and one player that is due for some points, of course, is May Washington. And you, her twin sister, you've had to not just play with her, but play against her your entire life. Talk about what she does on the floor that makes her the player that she is.
She's just an aggressive player. We played against each other from day one, so we kind of obviously know how to play against one another, but nobody else really has that type of style. She's long, she can pull up, she's good on defense, so she makes a great player. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Alana Washington as Clackamas down, but Lana says certainly not out. Back to you, Mike.
No, they're not, and that's her sister May, who had that shot blocked, but she's active enough to get the offensive rebound, so you never count out a 32-0 team no matter what. As the shot clock waning again, and they need to get it off, and it'll be Sear! And it did not hit the rim, and it's a shot clock violation. And boy, Cheryl, you have to feel for Alana Washington. Her and her sister May went to Arizona Christian. They came closer to home. They're from Everett. An amazing season, and then you get down to game 30, and tragedy strikes.
Yeah, that's never easy at any time during the season, but especially when you get this deep into playoffs.
Clackamas trying to extend that defense a little bit, pressure, maybe cut off some passing lanes, see if they can cause a Warrior shot clock violation, and it's Contreras needing to find someone. That shot clock's at 5. Fraw's going to fire from deep, and she hit it, and that's the way it's gone. Hadley Frost.
That was downtown in Walla Walla.
She didn't really have a option. And a jump shot up and in by Pepper Smith breaks a big drought for the Cougars. They need to get some other people involved as Sailors traveled, catching the ball in the deep corner. And the Clackamas will try to get on a little bit of a run. Boy, as we talked about, 6 different Warriors have scored in this game. Can't really concentrate on shutting down just one.
No, they're having a balanced attack, and that's hard to guard. I just sense a little hesitation in Clackamas.
Washington was tied up as she went to the floor, was helped up by Sailors, but the ball will stay with the Cougars. McKenna will come back, and Contreras will get a break at the 8:03 mark. It'll be Sear to trigger it in. May going to jump it up, and she hit it. Nice looking shot.
Well, that may get them going. They have seen 2 go through now, and sometimes that's all a player needs.
Confident, you're not as hesitant. Osterhout thought about a 3, then went past. It'll be McKenna driving, and now the Warriors look a little bit disheveled, but Frost to the hoop, and good defense by Washington. Miramontes. This can't get the open look to go. Can Sailors hit the mid-range jumper? No. So back and forth we go with some misses, and it's back. It's the Cougars' turn, and that's going to be Miller. And Molly has not yet scored. That was a pretty good look, though. Probably her best look all day.
That was a great look, and I think they're just trying to push the tempo a little bit to try to get in a rhythm, and that's what Clackamas is known for doing.
Osterhout up and under, and Leibel pushed off. And that'll be a foul on Addie Leibel, her first. And the first team foul on Walla Walla. 3 minutes and 10 seconds in. Coach Martineau will get Hayashida back and also Schwalm. So he's running some people in and out too. And getting a break now will be Miramontes and Sear. 18-point Warrior lead, 3 minutes in the second period.
They like that little two-man game.
Yeah, Pepper Smith. And then Pepper Smith knocked it out of bounds going for the offensive rebound. But again, a good post move. She tried the baby hook, just didn't fall.
Again, they're having good looks. They're just not falling today yet.
6:20 in the second quarter, knocked out of bounds by Mae Washington. There's Jim Martineau, won the championship in 2004, beat Chemeketa. Another grinder of a game, 55-36 was the final. One of the Cougars is down, and a foul going to be called on Schwalm, and I think that's going to send McKenna to the line. No, they're going to say it was on the pass. So Coach Hazeltine is looking at the official and saying she was going to shoot, and the official is saying it is a pass, and so the ball will be out of bounds. The foul was on Schwalm, her first. And they'll get Miramontes back in.
I think Molly got hit in the nose, maybe off a screen, but she's holding her face a little bit.
She'll be back, count on that. Osterhout needs to hurry. And who's the foul on down low? Is it a hold on the Cougars or is it on the Warriors? I'm still not sure.
I think they called it on the Warriors.
They called it on 20 Leibel, so that's her second. And they have sent the teams to their bench to see if that was flagrant. A little bit more than just an offensive foul away from the ball. So we will wait as the officials talk this over. But right now, Addie Leibel has her second foul. That's the second Warrior foul. And the officials will have a look here. Our score is 26-8 with 6:04 to play in the second quarter. Jim Martineau's other championship appearance was against Lane in 2013, lost to Heartbreaker 51-49. And we will take a timeout as they have declared this to be a media timeout. And so we will tell you about one of our great sponsors of this tournament. It's Field Level. It's the official recruiting partner of the NWAC. Coaches and athletes use Field Level to discover and share opportunities in sports. Join Field Level to connect with coaches, find opportunities to play at the next level, view and post coaching jobs and recruiting events, and more. Create a free profile today at fieldlevel.com. And we're back to the Student Recreation Center in Pasco after a timeout.
My name is Luis Lopez, and my dream career is to be a winemaker. My favorite thing about Yakima Valley College is the community. I love the caring faculty. I love that they have events that brings the students together. Yakima Valley College helps you find the right academic pathway to achieve your goals. Yakima Valley College is the best place for me to get a great education that's affordable and close to home.
Mike Tatko with Cheryl Holden and Jamie Council back here at the Student Recreation Center, and specifically Cheryl Holden Court, the Hall of Famer from Columbia Basin. She herself in the Hall of Fame along with one of her teams, and 4 NWAC championships. And we were talking during the break, Coach, about Molly Miller specifically, one of the better players on this team. In the first round last year against Skagit Valley, she scored 44. So she can light it up. She averages 18 points a game. You were talking about her shooting percentage.
Yeah, she, over the year, averages almost 40% from the field. And, you know, so I expect her to get going here. I'm just not sure if she's going to get much better open look shots than she has already.
Officials are still talking it over as the call on the court was an offensive foul, away from the ball foul on Addie Leibel, which was her second. Now they're trying to determine whether there was anything else, and if so, how to go about administering that. Skagit Valley won the men's championship 77-72 over Lower Columbia in a very entertaining game. There's a look at the Clackamas bench. There's a look at the Walla bench. Coach Bobby Hazeltine, you see her on the left. This is her 8th championship game. She is 4-3 in NWAC championships. Of course, last year was her 4th, 27th year. She's getting the explanation from the official right now as far as what they're going to call on Addie Leibel. She's assisted by Mark Lindgren, Tim McEwen, and Katie Trinan. And there's Jim Martineau, who got the same explanation, only from a different official. And they will leave this as a common foul, but give the basketball back to Clackamas, as the foul was committed when the Warriors had the ball. So Walla will not press. Everyone heads down to the other end, and the Cougars will have the basketball. They are on a 4-0 run. They trailed 26-4. It's now 26-8. Back door to Washington, but too far under. Miller is back in the game. Looking for a screen, and instead she goes the other way. Up and under by Molly, and the rebound is taken down. It's a held ball, and it'll belong to Walla. Gerties and Hayashida were battling on that one.
She got a nice little reverse lane. Walla kind of opened up a lane there for her, but she just couldn't make it fall.
Clackamas with some pressure. And McKenna able to get it across. Frost sealed down low and scored the basket. Good pass. So that breaks the 4-0 run. Miller trying to answer straight on. Iron only. Rebound, Frost. Midway point of the second quarter. Sailors goes past Miller. The short jump shot would not go. Logan got it back, and again it wouldn't go. So an offensive rebound by one of the shortest people on the court, but 2 misfires.
Walla works hard on the boards. Clackamas is going to have to put a body on someone.
And I think the Cougars would really like to get out and score in transition, having a hard time scoring in their set offense, but they did right there as Mae Washington knocked it down. Another trap by the Cougars. Osterhout going to find Ella Johnson, and too hard. Ella got it back, and a held ball, and it goes back to the Cougars. So the Warriors really did what they wanted, Coach. They broke the trap. They found the wide open player, and it just did not fall.
Yeah, it just rimmed in and out. They are experiencing a little bit of what Clackamas has most of the game.
Yeah, in the first period, especially, the Cougars really struggled. Washington in the corner. Screen. Driving and fouled is Mae Washington, and she will shoot free throws at the 3:50 mark. Mae is a 72.2% free throw shooter. Was 5 of 6 against Lower Columbia in Friday's semifinal. And she got them both, and she leads the Cougars with 8. In that game against Lower Columbia, she had 24, and Miller had 22. They had 44, or they had 46 of their 66.
Clackamas is going to keep that pressure on, try to force some turnovers.
Johnson a three, and iron only. And nobody there but May Washington, and here's Hayashida in transition. To Smith, and a nice feed. And Pepper Smith has 4, and the Cougars now have cut it to 14. And a foul on Schwalm, I think. That's going to be her second. Second team, relatively clean game.
Second personal foul, second team foul.
Down low to Sydney Gerdes, backing down one of her defenders, and it bounced off. So Warriors experiencing, just as you said, Coach, experiencing the same fate that the Cougars did in the first. A lot of easy looks.
Yeah, both teams are giving up some easy looks. They're just, not falling. Clackamas looks like they're going to attack and get to the paint.
Pepper Smith, and McKenna might have got hit. Coach Hazeltine thought she did. And they may have a look at that at the next dead ball. I saw the official gesture to the scores table, so we'll see. It's going to be Frost from the top. It's way short. It's going to go out of bounds. And coming in will be a new player for Coach Martineau, and that is Hannah Patton. First time Patton has been in the game. She's a freshman from South Albany High School in Lebanon, Oregon. And May Washington stepped on the line in a tough situation because there was nobody pressing.
No, I think she just lost sight of where she was at on the court.
So the Warriors get a gift there, and they get the ball back, and we're at the 2-minute mark. Saylor steps through. It's loose. It'll be a held ball. It's a battle between Sailors and Patton, and also in on it was Hayashida, and the possession arrow belongs with Walla Walla.
This is a championship, and they're going to battle. You love seeing that kind of fight coming out of both teams.
40 minutes. And they tip it away on the inbounds, and it goes back to the Cougars. May Washington.
A little short.
And a foul in the backcourt on Patton, who made contact with Avery Osterhout as she tried to steal the ball from her.
Yeah, she tried to reach around the back, and 9 times out of 10, those are going to be called.
So 3 fouls aside with 94 seconds to play before half. And a errant pass, but Frost was able to find it. And Sailors traveled again. Second time, the freshman. And now the Cougars try to get a little bit closer as we near the break. Washington up and under, and Gerdes with the defense.
She just went into 3 players.
And a nice play by Patton, who knocked it off of Osterhout.
Yeah, knocked it off her leg, and again, they're picking up full court. They need to make something happen here in this last minute.
Hadley Frost will get a break. Ella Johnson back in. Final minute. Can the Cougars make a dent and go in with some momentum? Washington asking for a clear out. And now the screen from Patton. May from 16. And it's Ooh, a foul, I think, on Sear, who was quick to help up Avery Osterhout. And that's going to be the 4th foul on Clackamas and the 1st on Sear. So a non-shooting foul.
Yeah, May's just a little short on her shot, and I'm sure the coaches are going to encourage her at halftime just to keep shooting.
Yeah, I mean, she has 8 of their 14, and they will be counting on her in the second half. 40 seconds now. They seal down with Ella Johnson. Got her own rebound, and she got fouled trying to go back up and under. So Johnson, a 79.2% free throw shooter, did not appear at the free throw line in the semifinal against Peninsula. Second on Miller. Who's that foul on? Or is there a violation? I guess it's a lane violation.
I think she was in too soon.
So Johnson missed the free throw, and she's going to get another chance. And given another chance, she makes it count, and it's 30-14. 25 seconds. The shot clock is off. The Cougars can play for 1. Miller and Sailors, quite a battle between good guards. Washington at the free throw line. Up and under, and she got it with 3 seconds left, and that will maybe give the Cougars a little bit of a boost as they head into halftime. They're down 14, but they got to feel good about that.
Yeah, they've scored the last couple times down the court, so they've got to feel good. But Walla definitely is holding their own and goes in at halftime with a 14-point lead.
So 30-16 is the score. We will have an opportunity to hear from Jim Martineau with Jamie Council underneath the basket after he is done talking with his assistant coaches. He'll get a box score, and then he will make his way, and we will send it down to Jamie. It is 30-16 Walla with the halftime lead over Clackamas. And let's send it down to Jamie with Jim Martineau.
Thanks, Mike. Joined by Coach Martineau. Not the start that you would want. Walla got to sleep in their own beds. You guys have had to fight through a lot of adversity to get here. What's the message as still a lot of basketball left to be played?
We're not worried about what we've been going through. We just got to figure out how to score the basketball. So it's like, we started 2 for 16 in the first quarter, so we're not going to beat anybody. Doesn't matter who we're playing if we can't score. So we got a little bit better the second quarter. We outscored them 12-9 in the second quarter. So if we can just start chipping away, we got a chance. We need to cut it to 6 or 8 going in the fourth quarter. We have a chance. So.
Absolutely, and to start that game, you could tell a lot of nerves. What's the message on the intangibles of this game?
Now, again, it's one play at a time here. They've done it all year long. We're going to be just fine. We just got through the start, and we got to see the ball go in the basket to get us going. So.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
Absolutely, thank you.
So Coach Martineau saying settle down, do the same thing all year that has gotten them to be undefeated to this point. Back to you, Mike.
Thank you, Jamie, and Coach Martineau for stopping by. It is 30-16 at halftime, and Cheryl and I and Jamie will be back to Holden Court inside the Student Recreation Center at Columbia Basin College in Pasco after this halftime break.
Experience the new era of ticketing with Vivenue, the official ticketing platform of the NWAC Championships. All great sports events only work when the infrastructure is top-notch. Vivenue provides the most modern ticketing solution in the industry to NWAC, and to already more than 80 colleges and associations in the U.S. alone. Welcome to the new era of ticketing. Welcome to Vivenue.
Try an adventure in the sun. Try 3 rivers. Try 300 days of blue skies. Experience Washington's Tri-Cities. From farm to table to food trucks, enjoy a burgeoning culinary scene. Day trips, river dips, golf tips, and wine sips. Horseback and backpack. We have it all. Plan your trip at visittricities.com.
CCC is a very good place to lay the foundation that'll further your life.
I'm really grateful for the high quality education that I'm getting here. This is exactly what I need, this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'll use it.
Putting yourself out there, this love of going further in life. There's no price on that, and I enjoy coming here as a student.
It's just for my children. It's for my children and for myself, and to give them a better future. That is my why.
Find your why at Clackamas Community College.
Yowza, how'd you catch all these? I just started banking with ICCU. ICCU? You should join. I've got a branch around the corner, and with the mobile app, I can take ICCU wherever I go. I even had someone helping me on video chat at 6 p.m. on a Friday. Now that's service.
And so now every foul ball gets hit to you.
You tell me.
Everything you need for your banking and everything you love about a credit union. ICCU. Life's greener here.
Do you want an education that works for you? Check out Lower Columbia College. LCC boasts a vibrant campus life with arts, athletics, clubs, and more. With programs from high school completion to bachelor's degrees, LCC's supportive team will help you find the path that's right for you and provide crucial resources like financial aid and scholarships. Lower Columbia College, where futures begin.
We're not just lighting a stadium. We're creating lasting memories. We're not just installing a mini pitch. We're empowering youth to learn and grow. We're not just retrofitting an airport. We're creating an environment where workers can feel safer. This is why, whether it's a game down the street, professional stadiums around the world, or treasured monuments and landmarks, you always know when it's must go.
It begins with the ball. You see, a ball is not just leather and rubber. A ball is the seed that communities grow around. We're talking split-second moments that become indelible memories. It creates lifelong friendships. It's a reason for people to celebrate. A ball isn't just a ball. It's a life lesson. It's a tool you use to pursue your best. It's how you earn your greatest victories. How you learn to deal with failure. It's a test that you pass. It's a dream that you catch. It's a future you hold in your hands. It's not just a ball. Biden, the official ball of you.
Oregon needs to build schools, bridges, semiconductor factories, and much more. That's great news if you work in the trades. Even better news? Business Oregon and the Bureau of Labor and Industries have partnered to create childcare for construction to help construction trades workers and registered apprentices pay for childcare. To learn more, visit oregon.gov/BOLI/apprenticeship. We know when workers thrive, Oregon thrives.
You're not the only one. This can be heavy. Tell me about your mother.
I want to break free.
My upload speed is so bad, I can't even run a stream without buffering.
Defeat cable lag. Switch to Ziply Fiber, the Northwest's fastest home internet for 25% less than cable. Ziply Fiber, real great internet, real great prices, really.
Why is my internet slow? There's only 16 devices connected.
Switch to Ziply Fiber and ditch the cable crawl. The Northwest's fastest home internet, $750 less a year than cable. Ziply Fiber, real great internet, real great prices, really.
Deep three for Nasanek, and he nails it. Hawkins, he finds it. Nagel for three. Drives not there, but the putback.
Step through move, kick it out. Connor, three on the way. Back.
Little highlight time. Cuellar just goes hard.
Backed out for a three on the way. Down at Joe's.
Hawkins for three. Got it! White, shoot the three. Foot in the lane, head fake going the long way.
Here's a long outside three and bang, down and go.
4 on the shot clock, turnaround jumper. Got it.
Up body travel. Up fake, once, twice. Finally, Baylor puts it up and in.
Cuellar's not shy, drives into the paint, turns, and it falls. Trey. Tough shot. Oh, finally,
Dribble drive through, Connor to Jones with the bucket.
McMahon backed out, open three, Hawkins buries it. Gets him off, now turns. Tough shot, he goes with it! Great shot!
15 on the shot clock. Goes around the screen. Backed out, that's a long outside three that goes down.
Cheryl Holden Court inside the Student Recreation Center on the campus of Columbia Basin College in Pasco. We are at the halfway point of the Women's Championship games. This 2026 NWAC Women's Basketball Championship presented by ICCU, a production of STSPN and NWAC Sports. We are getting set to visit with head coach Bobby Hazeltine of Walla Walla. Jamie Council making her way over. And, you know, Walla led 26-4 at the 8:48 mark and then was outscored 12-4 the rest of the way. So Clackamas obviously made an inroad, but, again, the Warriors with that big 21-4 lead at the end of the first period. And let's send it down courtside with Jamie Council. Jamie?
Thanks, Mike. I'm joined by Walla Warriors head coach Bobby Hazeltine. And you have to be comfortable, but not too comfortable at this point.
Not comfortable one single bit. Really happy with our defense. Really happy with it. But, oh my gosh, no, I'm not comfortable at all. They're too good.
Absolutely. You've been in this game far too long. 55 years of head coaching experience. So you know Coach Martineau pretty well.
Yeah, we're really good friends, and we had a great visit before the game. And we know what they do. I feel like we're prepared for everything. Whether we can handle it or not, I don't know. But there's going to be some pressure, and there's going to be some three-point shooting. And we've got to be ready for it. Hopefully we are.
And in that first half, you take a look at the electric start that you guys had. You got to sleep in your own bed. The crowd full of black and yellow. Talk about how that almost home feel played into today's game?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, we've won this thing in Everett. We don't mind going on the road, but it's really nice to sleep in your own bed. We got a little extra hour of practice in our own gym. Got a great crowd that we're feeding off of, so you're right. It's nice.
Well, best of luck in the second half, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
One half left to play here in the 2026 NWAC Championships. Back to you, Mike.
Thank you very much, Jamie, and thanks to Coach Hazeltine for joining us here at half. Again, it is 30-16, and again, the biggest lead for Walla Walla was 26-4 at the 8:48 mark of this period, Coach Holden, of the second period, and in the last basically 9 minutes, Clackamas outscored Walla Walla 12-4. So they figured out something defensively. I know Coach Martineau would like to have more than 16 points, but you kind of feel like there was a little bit of a shift there in the second quarter.
There was. I think the last 3.5 minutes, Clackamas had figured out some things defensively and also offensively to get to the rim and get a little bit better look at the basket. So I'm sure this half is going to be what I would be saying as a coach is we just have to win this half.
Well, she did, of course, say to Jamie Council that she's not comfortable one single bit, and with the opponent that she has, she shouldn't be.
Absolutely.
So the Cougars in blue will go from right to left, and they will have the first opportunity as we begin the third period of our championship game. Skagit Valley men have already won 77-72 over Lower Columbia. Hayashida driving, kicking to Smith, and it was blocked by Leibel. Same starters for both teams. Leibel and Miller and Schwalm all have 2 fouls, but nobody has more than that. And they try to seal Froz, and the pass was wide out of bounds. I would think as a coach, you've certainly led in the second half of championship games because you've won 4. The last thing you want to do is clock watch, right?
Yeah, you don't want. You just want to play your game, get into a rhythm, keep doing what you're doing, and take one quarter at a time and try to win that quarter.
Schwalm has hit some big threes in this tournament, especially in that first game against Highline. That one wouldn't go.
And Clackamas, you know, they're 0 for 12 now for the game on 3-point.
Yeah, that's a telling statistic because they are a good 3-point shooting team. They are second in the NWAC at 31.8%. They try to go down to Leibel, and another easy shot that
Leibel is able to tip that out to number 11.
Yeah, Addie made a lot of those shots against Peninsula. McKenna a spin into the key, and nothing doing there. Another 3 that wouldn't go, and that's going to be a foul, I think, on Sailors of Walla Walla. The official had to wait till she could get up so she could see her jersey number.
Yeah, I think so. She got a little bit of the body on the Clackamas player and took her down.
So a fresh 20 now for the Cougars. Inbounds play. Washington kicking it nearly into the bench, but good athletic catch by Schwalm. Miller getting the screen and got fouled on the way up, and that is 2 quick ones on Sailors. And so Molly Miller, 18.3 points a game, an 80% free throw shooter, has not scored yet. Until now, she has. This Warrior defense really clamped down on Miller last year in the quarterfinal. She scored 44 against Skagit Valley in the opener, and then against Walla Walla on day 2, she scored just 4. So here's the pressure that Warrior coach Bobby Hazeltine expected. It is full court pressure. Sailors on another athletic move. We saw her do that a couple times against Peninsula.
Yeah, she's very athletic and just hung in the air a little bit there to bank it off the board.
Washington tried to do a wraparound pass to Schwalm, and it was intercepted. And Osterhout drove to the hoop and had it knocked out of bounds by Washington.
Walla's doing a great job down on defense, keeping about 3 in the key to prevent those easy buckets under the basket.
Warriors trying to run an inbounds play. Froz up and under, and she got fouled, and she will shoot free throws. Froz has not been to the line tonight, a 72.3% shooter. And that's the first on Smith in the game. Froz will get the second. And she brings the lead to 15. 3 minutes gone by in our third period. Mid-range jumper by Smith, and it's liable to grab the rebound. Leibel going to try a mid-range jumper. It's a scramble, and if it's a held ball, it'll stay with Walla. So another kind of a hustle play by them after a miss.
Yeah, you know, just both teams hustling, lots of bodies on the ground, and that's what you want to see as a coach.
So Smith gets a break, and Patton is back. And the Warriors will have it with Osterhout triggering it in. Avery had it knocked away. It's still loose, and it's going to be a foul on Froz. Going to the basket, trying to go into the basketball. And that's 3 fouls on Walla, Coach. And something we haven't mentioned yet is that Clackamas shoots 71.8% from the free throw line. They lead the NWAC. If they could get to the foul line, that would be
they could score some points with the clock stopped.
Right.
And try to continue to dig out.
Ayashida. Good defense by Leibel and a strong rebound by Froz. Addie Leibel has played phenomenal in the paint all tournament long. Under 6 now. Sailors a step back 3. Off the iron, it's a battle, and it's Hayashida. So both teams not really lighting it up yet here in the third quarter. Clackamas has scored 2 points. Walla has scored 3 points. That's tipped out of bounds by Osterhout. So 3-2 in this quarter, and we've played almost half of it.
Yeah, you know, both teams are playing, I think, great defense and are following the scouting report.
Yeah, they lost Washington, and Leibel is called for a foul, and that's going to be her third. And the 4th Warrior foul.
Coach Hazeltine will have a decision to make here if she's going to leave her in. There's a lot of time left in this third quarter.
And Washington is now 3 of 3. She has 11 of the 19 points for Clackamas. May now 4 of 4, and the Cougars will continue to press. And a steal by the Cougars. Can they find someone open for a spot up? That's what they were looking for, Coach. They got the steal. They had Walla out of defensive pressure, but they couldn't get the spot up. Miller with the left.
Boy, that little spin move with the left was really pretty.
And Osterhout got it past and was fouled by, I think, Schwalm from behind. Let's see. No, it's Hayashida, not Schwalm, so it's the second on Hayashida. It's an 11-point game, as close as it's been in quite a while. It was 21-4 after one. It was 30-16 at half. And the Cougars on a 6-3 run. Can Froz answer? No, another point-blank miss by the Warriors. And Saylor stripped that one. And she got it to go. So a momentum shift there, as Clackamas could have got it under single digits. Instead, it's a steal and a Warrior bucket, and now a Clackamas miss, and the Warriors want to run. They go down to Leibel. And it rolled home, so 2 quick baskets in a row for Walla Walla. And it's back to a 15-point lead.
Yeah, Clackamas was trying to push the pace, and it kind of flipped on him and pushed Walla Walla down the court.
Miller trying to go with the left again, and she rolled it home again. 6 for Miller all in this period. And a foul in the backcourt on Patton. And that will be the third Cougar foul. And that will bring us to a timeout here at the 3:43 mark of our third period. Walla Walla leading by 13. We're back to Pasco after a timeout.
Flight control, countdown confirmed.
We go back down on the court to Jamie Council. Jamie?
Thanks, Mike. I'm joined by Executive Director of the NWAC, Marco Zerdia. And a big game right now, but it's also a good chance to recognize longtime Clackamas men's basketball coach, Cliff Wengert. What can you tell me about his presence in the NWAC?
Cliff was a legend in the NWAC, multiple championships at Clackamas, impacted a lot of young men's lives, and he really, I think, felt compelled to really help them develop as young men first and then as basketball players second.
And Coach Wenger passing away last summer. What is he remembered by?
Well, he's really regarded highly by all the coaches in the NWAC, both on the men's and women's side, and I think just remembered for doing what he does best.
So at this point, this is the pinnacle of the NWAC, the basketball championship, something that we saw Coach Wenger and something that your team has worked tirelessly throughout this winter season.
Yeah, it's the pinnacle, as you said, the culmination of a lot of hard work, and it's a joy to watch the young people play hard, play for each other, to seek that elusive championship.
And through the NWAC, we've had conversations. Tell me a little bit about the NWAC as a whole, the backbone that you guys stand on to present opportunities.
Absolutely. We're really big on 3 things: character, competition, and community. And so we want to use athletics as the carrot to develop young people so as they grow, they become successful in life and give back to the community.
Well, a lot to watch on the court now. Thank you for your time, Marco.
Thanks, Jamie.
Back to you, Mike.
Thanks, Jamie. And boy, with kind of a grinder, slow type game, is a lot of activity. Hadley Froz scored for the Warriors, Molly Miller and Mae Washington for the Cougars. And Froz trying to take it to the hoop again, and she draws a foul. We're at the 2:30 mark, and 2 baskets in a row by the Cougars have cut this back down to 11, Coach.
Yeah, it's just going to be a grinder. I think you're going to see Clackamas full court pressing and also running a lot of different players in for fresh legs. And it seems like Molly has seen the ball go through the hoop.
Yeah, she has 8 points, 3 field goals, and 2 free throws all in this quarter as Froz will shoot free throws. And just to finish that thought on Cliff Wagner, and talking with Coach Martineau this weekend about him, he said, you know, we lived about a quarter of a mile apart from each other. We were neighbors. We were co-workers. And he goes, I was his boss, but really in title only. We weren't really boss. You know, we were peers. And I know that Coach Martineau misses Cliff as both free throws by Froz did not go. And so now it's back to Clackamas. And once again, Coach, they have the opportunity to get it down to single digits.
Yes, and just a little bit more about Cliff. You know, what he not only was a great coach, but just a great person, and how he mentored and coached his teams.
Nice words from the executive director of the NWAC, Marco Azurdia, about Cliff Wagner as we are down to 2:16 to play. Miller stays in with those 3 fouls. I don't think Molly Miller is probably going to come out until the game is over, or she picks up 5 fouls. And that goes off the hands of Mae Washington. The Cougars will employ that full court press again.
Walla's just all over those backdoor cuts and reading that offense.
Yeah, the key for the Warriors, if they can break the press, they have a chance to get some backdoor lay-ins. Actually, last time they broke the press, they spotted up Sailors for a wide open 3. She just didn't hit it.
And then Clackamas left the backside of that press open, and they found.
Errant pass, a steal by Miller. We're under 2. They didn't find her. And her shot was short, and it went out of bounds off of Walla Walla. You can see Coach Hazeltine looking out at her players and putting the fingers to her temples as if to say, you cannot lose Molly Miller. She coached against some Columbia Basin Hawks who she couldn't afford to lose either at times. You had some good shooters in your day. Here's Mira Montez. She got it! We talked about her earlier. And it is 39-31 at the 90-second mark. And Washington knocks it out of bounds. The Warriors will bring it in at the 125 mark. Sailors gets cut off. Osterhout going to try a 3, and it's a rebound by Hayashida.
I like they're going to run a little isolation play here.
Clear out for May. And Sear took one too many steps. 52 seconds to play. Clackamas coach, which scored 16 in the first half, has scored 15 in this quarter alone.
And there's a steal.
And a foul. So the pressure has worked for Clackamas, and Mae Washington can make this a 7-point game. That's on McKenna.
Coach Martineau at halftime said if they could have it at 6 points by the fourth quarter, they would feel like they'd have a good chance.
And really, since that period where the Warriors led 26-4, Clackamas has really made a run. 13 for the Warriors to 26 for the Cougars. And now 27. And it is down to 6 with 48 seconds left, and a foul will send the Warriors to the line.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's what Coach Martinell wanted, but they're working hard to try to get those steals.
Clackamas has not missed a free throw. Again, the leading team in the NWAC, 71.8%. Walla shoots 69.2%, but they're 7 of 12. They have missed 5. And this is Osterhout, who is 4 for 5. 65% shooter is Avery Osterhout. She brings it back to a 7-point lead. And look at the Walla bench. They are 28-4. "45 seconds. Miramontes, turnaround jumper. They are hot now. Maddie Miramontes has 5. Sailors up and under. They have 10 seconds left, and now they'll back it out and play for 1. They try to get it to Logan. What a great defensive job by Miramontes. She puts it up at the horn, and I think they will look at that. The official immediately said, we're going to look at that. So she missed the first shot, followed it up at the horn, and we will see. Remember on Friday, Maricela Contreras hit a 3, but that wasn't questioned. That was obviously good. This is going to be questioned.
This is going to be
see if we can have a look. And I guess we can really keep our eyes on the red box around the backboard. Here we have a look.
I kind of think it was still in her hand.
Yeah, I think the clock had gone to 0, but they'll look at it, and if it stands, if this stays, it's 43-35. And we'll come back with the verdict when we come back.
BCC is a very good place to lay the foundation.
They counted it, so if this is open.
I'm really grateful for the high quality education that I'm getting here. This is exactly what I need, this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'll use it.
Putting yourself out there, this love of going further in life. There's no price on that, and I enjoy coming here as a student.
It's just for my children. It's for my children and for myself, and to give them a better future. That is my why.
Find your why at Clackamas Community College.
Well, the verdict was what Cheryl and I thought. The basket is disallowed, and so the end of the third quarter, it is 41-35. So the Warriors with 11. Now let's go down to Jamie Council.
A two-possession game entering the fourth quarter of this battle between Walla and Clackamas. And in the first half, not sure if this would be a ball game, but if there's one thing you know, it's not to count the Cougars out. And one of the biggest storylines in the women's tournament, of course, has been the loss of the Washington, not May, but her twin sister Alana that we heard from earlier in the broadcast. But that's a part of college sports. Walla losing Macy Milam. So that is a part of the game, but a part of the game that both teams have experienced, as one quarter will determine the 2026 Women's NWAC champion. Back to you, Mike.
Thanks, Jamie. And again, both of those players who have been lost to injury still with their teams. Alana standing on the bench and Macy Milam on the Warrior bench as well. Hard to see both of them go down. And it's next person up. I'm sure in all your years of coaching, you had injuries too.
Yes, and they never come at a great time.
A held ball on the trap. And the Clackamas crowd who is here, they're really kind of split half and half. Half of them are down below us to the right and half are behind the bench over there. They have a pretty good crowd too. They're just not all bunched together like the Warrior crowd is.
Yeah, they do have a great crowd.
Froz in the key. Warriors going to try to go down low. Leibel, can she put it back? No. Can she put it back again? No. And those are shots that have gone in for the Warriors all tournament long, and they're not going in now. Knocked out of bounds. It'll go back to Walla Walla.
Clackamas started to cut back door and stopped. And one of the things coaches always say, once you make the cut, finish it.
And it looks like there's going to be a review on that out of bounds play. The officials coming together, sending the teams to their bench at the 8:39 mark. It is 41-35 Walla Walla. Biggest lead, 26-4 at the 8:48 mark of the second quarter. And we will return to Pasco after this timeout. Well, 8:39 remaining in our basketball game. And it will be Walla Walla basketball to face full court pressure from Clackamas.
Two-possession game.
Yes, exactly what Coach Martineau said was his team's goal, is to get it close. Osterhout had it knocked away. And there's Schwalm. And they can get a little bit closer here.
I think they're going to isolate Washington.
She's hit those 17-footers. That one didn't go. And Osterhout had it knocked off her foot out of bounds. And it'll go back to the Cougars.
Coach Hazeltine had a pretty good view over there. I'm not sure she agrees with that.
I think she thought that Avery Osterhout got fouled. I think it did obviously go off of Avery's knee. So back to Clackamas. Washington backing down. Up and under. And another held ball, and it will stay with Clackamas this time. So as you said, Coach, the isolation to May.
She's waiting for the double or the triple to come on her and looking for an open player.
Miller got it after a battle with Sailors. Miramontes goes past Froz. And it wouldn't go, and it's Washington with the rebound. They spot up Miramontes. And it's headed to the boundary, and that time Schwalm cannot run it down. This is an athletic, long Clackamas team led by that man right there, Jim Martineau.
Yeah, they're a little deceptive because they've got long arms and
not sure what that whistle
not sure either
was about. I wonder if maybe May Washington crossed. Yeah, she crossed the boundary, and so it's a delay of game.
Yep.
And Warriors will have another chance. They try to throw it long, and it goes into the bench. So really struggling with the pressure. I think Coach Martineau saw that Peninsula had some success in trying to come back with this, and this is what he's decided to employ ever since they were down early.
Yeah, I think he's also looking to try and get some shots for number 15 for Molly, and Walla's just sticking to her like glue.
They've run that post-to-post play, and that time Leibel was straight up. Poked away again from behind. Coach Martineau urging his team to go. They want to try to score in transition. And that's an offensive foul on Hayashida, an illegal screen. And that's 3 on Grace.
Third personal foul, first team foul.
Sailors tried to bounce it to Leibel. It was kicked, and the Warriors will retain it with 21 seconds left.
Both teams are putting a body on someone and playing hard.
Froz out front with Patton on her. Hadley driving, 12-footer. Good, Hadley Froz.
Nice little 12-foot jump shot.
.6:38 to play. Washington, that might have been blocked. I don't know if it was or not. Jim Martineau says it was blocked, and he's looking at all of the officials, who's checking with the other officials. And he wants to review it. So you get a challenge.
Get one.
But he doesn't want to have to use it on that because he thought that the officials should have seen that it was blocked by Leibel. And so they will go to the benches at the 6:28 mark. And we will take a timeout and step away here in Pasco. It's the championship game, and it's an 8-point game.
Looking for a place that is perfect for you? A place with programs that work around your schedule? A place with cutting-edge technology and state-of-the-art facilities. A place to celebrate and engage with the community. A place to excel in and out of the classroom. Columbia Basin College. This is the place for you.
Business Oregon and the Bureau of Labor and Industries have partnered to create Childcare for Construction to help construction trades workers and registered apprentices pay for childcare. To learn more, visit oregon.gov/BOLI/apprenticeship.
A look at some of the Clackamas supporters behind the Cougar bench as we come to you from Cheryl Holden Court, the Student Recreation Center here at Columbia Basin College. I'm honored to be sitting by the Hall of Famer and name on the court. That never gets old, right? It has to give you goosebumps a little bit to see your name on the court.
It does. I'm very honored and feel like I'd like to have every player's number because I made no baskets, no rebounds, no free throws. Be nice to have every player's number on that court.
A lot of contributions from a lot of young ladies as the officials talk about this. And let's see what they decide to do. They are not going to overturn the call, so they'll give it to Walla. And Jim Martineau will lose a timeout, a 30-second timeout. So that's the consequences of challenging and not being successful. So Cougars down to 3 timeouts, Walla 4. As we are at the 6:28 mark of our championship game. Sailors needs to hurry and get it across, and she just did. And then she bounced it off her knee. I feel like if the Warriors could get past the trap and get into their half-court offense, not only can they take time, they might be able to have some success, but they have really struggled getting the ball down the court.
Yeah, I'd like to see whoever has the ball dribbling give it up when she gets 2 or 3 players on her.
Give and go to Washington, a little bit too hard, but it went out of bounds off of Walla Walla. We were talking during the break. We're 4 minutes in, and there's only been 1 basket this entire quarter. I think they're discussing what the shot clock should be. And it's at 10. So there was no change of possession, and so that's why they hit the reset button. And it's 10 for Clackamas. Washington triple team. They leave Patton. And that time, Leibel gets the rebound cleanly. And it'll be up to Osterhout and Sailors and Froz to break the trap. It's Hadley. To the hoop, and she put it in with her left. So Froz has the 2 baskets in this period. 45-35, 5.5 to play. And loose. Held ball again, and it's Walla Walla's turn. Coach Martin will get a couple of players back in. Miramontes and Smith. He has run them in pretty regularly. He has that rotation of 7 or 8 kids. And
trying to keep fresh legs
right
on this press.
5.5 to go, and a travel right on the inbounds play. I think maybe what they're trying to do with Froz, she's the tallest player, aside from Leibel, get it to her, and she maybe has an opportunity to see better.
Right. I think they're trying to see over the top and find that open player.
Washington. And that one was definitely checked by Walla Walla. Even though the crowd didn't think so. I thought it was blocked.
I thought it was blocked.
And a holding foul on the Warriors. Let's see who it's on. It's on Sailors. That's her 3rd. As Miller was cutting through the baseline area. So that's her 3rd.
It's only the first foul, though, so they're okay.
Miller around the screen. She's been good with her left hand. Put it up with her right hand that time, and it's a offensive rebound. But then a steal by Sailors. It's loose underneath. And it's a push foul by Froz, I think.
Boy, it just goes to show you how bad both these teams want this.
Yeah.
Bodies are flying on the floor, and they're going as hard as they can.
It's on Froz, and we have a timeout on the court at the 4:40 mark. It's a 10-point lead for Walla Walla.
Experience the new era of ticketing with Vivenue, the official ticketing platform of the NWAC Championships. All great sports events only work when the infrastructure is top-notch. Vivenue provides the most modern ticketing solution in the industry to NWAC, and to already more than 80 colleges and associations in the U.S. alone. Welcome to the new era of ticketing. Welcome to Vivenue.
A look at the Walla Walla Warrior bench. They are the defending champions. They defeated Lane last year And they are trying to do the same thing with another undefeated team. It'll be the Clackamas Cougars ball out of bounds. They are 32-0 under 28th year head coach Jim Martineau. They get it back to Washington, and it's headed out of bounds, and it will go off of Addie Leibel. Walla still winning the rebounding battle 44-32, but after they get the rebound, they're having some trouble securing and getting across half court. Washington and Leibel battling again. Another held ball, and this time it goes to Walla. And that's what you were talking about, just the desire of people.
And Clackamas is trying to go inside, and Walla's just pulling two off on her. It doesn't matter who's in there, and they're going after the ball.
I said it was Walla possession. It's Clackamas possession. Washington, a deep three, and it ends up in the hands of Walla's Allie McKenna, who ran into Clackamas' Molly Miller, and the ball skipped out of bounds. 4:04 to play. Leibel going to try to go up and under. And a foul, I think, on Clackamas, which would disallow the putback.
Clackamas foul number 11. Pepper Smith, second personal.
Second on Smith, second team foul, so not shooting. Need to get it into somebody. And they find Froz. Sailors, a spin. And not good, and the rebound down to the Cougars. 3:45 to play.
Clackamas is really in need of a basket.
And they just cannot get it to go when they need it most. They have not scored in this quarter. And they'll trap, and Miramontes will be called for the bump. They're going to have to foul eventually, at least if the margin stays the same. So maybe not a bad foul right there.
Not a bad foul. Took them out of their Walla's running a set.
So it'll be McKenna triggering it into Sailors. 3.5 to play. McKenna down low. No, Leibel got the rebound. The Warriors get a new clock, and Coach Hazeltine's like, we'll take it.
I'd pull it back out.
But it's Froz, and she got to the hoop and laid it in.
Nice layup.
All 6 points in this quarter belong to Hadley Froz. Nobody else has scored on either team. 3-minute mark. Miller got fouled, and I thought for a minute the ball was going to bounce in. It didn't, but she will shoot two. Chance for the first points of the quarter. And third foul on the team. Fourth on Logan Saylor, so now she needs to be careful. And she will get a break here as Maricela Contreras will come in. First miss for Miller, and she's an 80% free throw shooter. She's 2 for 3. She got that one. That's the first points of the game for Clackamas. It comes at 2:47 in the fourth. Osterhout got knocked to the floor, and that'll be a Clackamas foul. On Miramontes, it's her third and the fourth team. And now Maddie will come out, and coming back in will be Brooklyn Sear.
I imagine Walla's going to run some clock here.
2.5 minutes left. They'll want to get a shot out of the set at some point. They get it into Leibel. Addie has struggled, but she got that one. So Addie Leibel gives the Warriors a 13-point lead with 2:15 left. Washington in and out, and Leibel is there to clear the window. McKenna, nobody stopped her. She scored it! Allie McKenna, her first 2 points of the game. Couldn't have come at a better time for Walla.
Clackamas needs some shots, and I don't see any urgency in getting the ball up.
Miller, a foul, and she'll shoot 2. So Molly Miller will go back to the line. The Cougars still in search of their first field goal in the fourth quarter. In the first quarter, they only had 2 field goals. So the first and fourth quarters have been dreadful for the Cougars. Miller hits them both. And a traveling violation. And so it goes back over to Clackamas. And they'll get Sailors back in. At the 1:37 mark. And Washington will trigger it in. Both teams now have committed the limit of fouls, so all the free throws will be shot. Miller drains a 3 from straight on. And Jim Martineau calls timeout. So Molly Miller, not her usual just explosive game, but she does have 14 points. Very quiet 14 points, but that was nothing quiet about that.
Nothing quiet. Came off that nice pick and was ready to shoot her shot.
So 51-41, 90 seconds left as you look at Coach Martineau and his longtime assistant, Kurt Gilsdorf. This is a team that was 16-0 in the South. Columbia Basin was the team that came the closest, and that was a 1-point win for Clackamas. They had a couple other close-ish games, but nobody could topple the Cougars. So we'll see what happens here in the final 90 seconds.
Well, the Warriors are 1 minute and 30 away from toppling Clackamas unless they can come up with some steals.
And they did. And they get it back to Miller. And a couple of misses. And Coach Hazeltine is asking for a timeout, or is it a foul? They call a foul, and the Warriors will be shooting with 1:20. Well, they got the steal just as you said it, but couldn't get it to go. There's a look at Coach Hazeltine trying to knock off an undefeated team for the second year in a row. As Addie Leibel has not been to the free throw line yet today. And Leibel, a 51.9% shooter, will try to split the pair and make it an 11-point game. Cougars going to have a couple people in at the next whistle, or if this goes in. And it does. Hayashida, Schwalm. As Coach Martineau plays a little offense-defense here. They're both good shooters. And here comes Mae Washington.
They need some quick baskets, and you can see the assistant coach saying, "Come on, you gotta go."
Yeah, Kurt Gilsdorf is urging them on to get a shot up, and it's an offensive foul, an illegal screen at the 59.7 second mark. And Coach Hazeltine will call timeout. maybe for a rest, but for something better to advance the ball so they don't have to break the trap.
Absolutely. They've struggled breaking that trap, and she's going to get it into the front court.
So they will try to inbound it without getting a 5-second. Remember, we were sitting right here against Peninsula, and they did get a 5-second violation while the Pirates were trying to catch up. I'm sure she probably talked about that and tried to correct it.
I'm sure she did.
So we're going to come back to action here. The NWAC website, NWACsports.com, is powered by Presto Sports, the all-in-one sports technology platform to streamline your processes and delight your fans. Check out PrestoSports.com to see how. They do get it into Sailors, and the Warriors will run clock. We're under a minute, and the foul going to be called on Sear, and that will send Osterhout to the line, and she is 6 for 7.
Walla as a team shoots almost 70%, so I'm not sure it matters who they put to the line.
Osterhout is 65.3, but she's had a great day at the line, and also really defensively against Mae Washington at times, has really guarded her up. And Mae's going to get her points. But Avery did a good job there. It's now a 13-point lead. We're under a minute. Mae to the hoop, and a Warrior foul, and Mae will go to the free throw line with 48 seconds left.
I think we're going to see a lot of the free throw line here in the last 48 seconds.
Yeah. And I would think if she makes them, Walla will advance the ball. They still have timeouts left. She hits the first. And the second, and the timeout by Walla, so they'll bring it out in front of their bench, and they will have an opportunity to try to get it inbounds and probably go back to the line. Field Level is the official recruiting partner of the NWAC. Coaches and athletes use Field Level to discover and share opportunities in sports. Join Field Level to connect with coaches, find opportunities to play at the next level, view and post coaching jobs and recruiting events, and more. Create a free profile today at fieldlevel.com. 48 seconds. Warrior ball in front of their bench.
The Warrior fans, I think, are starting to feel it a little bit.
They get it into Leibel. That's the person to foul if you go by percentages, although she made 1 or 2 a moment ago. Clackamas over the limit.
Clackamas foul number 14, Mae Washington, second personal foul.
Second on Mae, and Coach Martineau goes back to the offense-defense. Leibel long on the first one. 11-point Warrior lead. A look at the Warrior bench. Bobby Hazeltine, Mark Lindgren, Tim McEwen, Katie Trinan from left to right. Leibel splits the pair, and Coach Martineau now calls timeout to advance the ball. So it's a 12-point lead with 46 seconds left, and as you said a moment ago, Coach, they're going to need to hoist up some threes.
Yeah, they're going to have to get some threes up and get the clock, be able to score when the clock is stopped, and prevent Walla from scoring.
A look at the Clackamas Cougars, the champions in 2004, the runners-up in 2013. Competitive Athletics is the official sponsor of the NWAC Athlete of the Week. Competitive Athletics has a successful history working with athletic conferences and sports teams in California, Oregon, Washington as a full-service athletic supplier. From initial logo design to finished product, whether it's embroidery, screen print, or heat applied, they help customers bring their vision to life. Visit competitiveathletics.com. Cougars looking for the three for Miller. It's no good. It's out of bounds. Nobody touched it, and Walla Walla will call timeout. They will advance the ball. Coach Hazeltine looking for her 5th championship. Won it in 2001 over at Skagit Valley. Won it in 2018 up at Everett. Also won it at the Toyota Center across the river in 2010. And then last year. And so looking for the 5th if they could hold on here. 38 seconds.
Well, based on shooting percentages for Clackamas, they've had a rough night. And I can see that Walla Walla is in good shape as far as playing the shooting percentages the last 38 seconds.
The Cougars for the game, Coach, are at 21.9%, and they are 2 of 22 from 3 for 9%. But they get the steal here. And a foul with 29 seconds left. Each team now with 1 timeout left. So Walla Walla can advance the ball one more time. And that foul was on Ella Johnson, who came back into the game. And it'll be Mae Washington, who made 2 a moment ago. Well, Mae Washington, a sophomore, her sister Alana, who's injured, a sophomore, but very good players. I'm looking forward to seeing them somewhere at the next level.
Absolutely.
Not sure where, but Ella Johnson yanks down the rebound. Walla Walla uses its final timeout, leading by 11 with 28.2 seconds remaining.
And they could hold it for the last shot and force Clackamas to foul.
Yeah, they don't need to run a play here. They just need to just get it in bounds is the key. And Jim Martineau's crew will be forced to foul, and it'll be up to Walla Walla to hit free throws. That's really how it played out last year against Lane. It was a 14-point Walla Walla halftime lead. Similar to today, it was a 14-point halftime lead. Lane actually came back and took the lead early in the fourth quarter. Walla Walla then took the lead and salted it away at the free throw line in the final moments. Well, I'll get a chance to say this at the end, but it's been great being with you over the last weekend.
Well, it's been great, Mike. I appreciate being able to sit here beside you. I listen to you and appreciate your commitment to women's sports and obviously to Walla Walla, but it's always a pleasure.
Yeah, I just love the NWAC, and I'm always thrilled when I get the call that they invite me back. So. Allie McKenna, a freshman, will bring it in.
Will they go to the backcourt?
They go to Avery Osterhout, who is tied up, and the possession arrow remains with the Warriors, so they killed 3 seconds on that possession. And McKenna, one more time. Gets it into Avery, who gets fouled by Patton, and Osterhout will go back to the line, and he will put 4 new players in. He'll get Miller, Hayashida, Smith, and Miramontes back in. So for this Clackamas group, Washington, both Washingtons and Miller are the only sophomores. Walla Walla, Avery Osterhout, of course the injured Macy Milam, a sophomore. Addie Leibel, Hadley Froz, and Sydney Gerdes as Osterhout hits the free throw. And the Cougars will run it up.
Walla doesn't want to foul here. Just let him have it.
They let Washington have it. Out of timeouts. 16 seconds left. They foul. It's a 10-point lead with 15. Coach Hazeltine making a motion of, can the clock just keep running? And now they will get Schwalm back in, and that's the 5th foul on Hayashida. So a real talented Clackamas team, even Molly and the Washingtons, who will move on, but they have a great group coming back.
They have a great group coming back, and you can understand from the players' point of view the disappointment on their season, but this doesn't, dictate who they are this year. And
yeah, they're disappointed now, but they'll look back and be very happy with what it was. Miramon is to the hoop. It's no good. Leibel has it, and the Warriors can dribble it out. It's going to be a back-to-back situation for Walla Walla. They knock off the undefeated team yet again. 57-46 is your championship score. Walla Walla defeats Clackamas. They knock them from the ranks of the unbeaten. It is the 2nd consecutive championship for Walla Walla and the 5th for head coach Bobby Hazeltine as they prepare for the post-game presentation down there on the court. A very jubilant group of Warriors.
Is this Coach Hazeltine's first back-to-back?
Yes, 2001, 10, 18, and now 25 and 26. So
that's an amazing accomplishment. Really respect both coaches, and they made me a better coach.
Well, you had your wars against them for sure, and it certainly was. Some great games between Columbia Basin and Clackamas, and Columbia Basin and Walla Walla, especially being in the East region and things like that. So Jamie Council will be joining us on the court. And what's it like down there, Jamie?
Well, it's a lot of tears, and for the Warriors, happy tears as they're joined by their coach in hugs and embraces. And something that really stuck out to me as both teams high-fiving was the embrace between Coach Hazeltine and Coach Martineau. Combined 55 years between them both, and just the respect. And it was almost like she was consoling him, saying, "You okay?" which says a lot, because the Warriors have earned this and talked about how this is almost feels like a home game, and they have a whole crowd here to enjoy in this moment with them.
Well, and they walk over and acknowledge their crowd right down below Cheryl and I as we will turn it over to the public address announcer, who will present the medals to each player and coaches. They will have a most inspirational player, and then the most valuable player, and Walla Walla will have an opportunity to cut down the nets. Jamie, are you going to climb that ladder? Your pants are the same color as the ladder. You look good right down there by it.
I was hoping you couldn't see me, that I was blending in.
Well, we're going to hear from you a lot more as we progress throughout our post-game festivities here. 57-46. 57-46 is the final score. Walla Walla finishes 29-4. And Clackamas 32-1. And nothing to be ashamed of for Coach Martineau and the rest of the Cougars. A lot of emotion down there as the team hugs and we get set for our presentation. Walla Walla ends the season on a 10-game winning streak. One thing to note, Jamie, I'm sure you can hear me, you have your earbuds in. Walla Walla loves Cheryl Holden Court. Taking into consideration tournaments and preseason gatherings where they meet here and league games, they have now won 15 straight games on this court.
So when I say it feels like a home game, it is becoming quite a home game as they frequent Holden Court and seeing a lot of success. And I'll be talking to the MVP as well as Coach Hazeltine later, and I'll turn it over to the PA as the award ceremony has begun for the Walla Walla Warriors.
The Executive Director, Marco Azurdia, will greet all the Warriors. Ali McKenna from Kashmir, Washington. Logan Sailors, 29 last night. They shut her down today, Coach. I thought Molly Miller did a great job on her.
Yeah, Molly did a great job, and she's a fantastic player, and look to watch her play in the future.
Yeah, Molly Miller will be moving on, and Logan Sailors, just a freshman. There's Avery Osterhout, number 12, who salted the game away from the free throw line and did a great job defensively on Mae Washington. Macy Milam, who was lost to the team right before the East Region season started. They had to adjust, and there's Maricela Contreras, who played just high school ball not far away in Chihuahua, and Addie Leibel did a good work in the post all year long.
Number 21, Hadley Froz.
Hadley Froz with a great championship game last year against Lane. Kind of took over the game late and really good for a freshman. And came back this weekend with a nice day again today for Hadley. Dakota Wadsworth, a freshman from Oakley, Idaho.
Number 24, Ella Johnson.
Ella Johnson always has a great following from Kettle Falls, and she made a big basket last night, or Friday night against Peninsula, and also scored a basket today. Two baskets and a couple free throws. Kinsey Tuttle, a freshman from Jordan Valley, Oregon.
Number 32, Tessa Cromar.
Tessa Cromar, a freshman from Holiday, Utah, went to Olympus High School.
And number 33.
And Sydney Gerdes, the sophomore from Eden, Utah, Bonneville High School.
Assistant coach
Warriors have 4 coaches on staff. Mark Lindgren's been with Coach Hazeltine a long time. He's been a part of these championships.
Assistant coach Katie Trinan.
Katie Trinan won a championship in 2010 across the river at the Toyota Center. And her husband, Blake Trinan, is probably watching. He's pitching for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's at spring training. And Tim McEwen, his daughter, Sierra Jo McEwen, was part of the 2018 championship team in Everett. And then Tim joined the Warriors as a coach. And Bobby Hazeltine, 27 years, and got her 5th championship today.
It's a long time. Congratulations. A little piece of knowledge for you is that Tim's wife played for me, one of my first players at Touchy, Washington when I came out of college.
Yeah.
So it's great to see her here.
Yeah, Missy, great lady. Yep. This is the most inspirational player, and it goes to Avery Osterhout, a sophomore from Rocky Mountain High School in Meridian, Idaho. Had a great 2-year career at Walla Walla, a couple of championships.
Our next award is the most valuable player, being handed to number 21, Hadley Froz.
Hadley Froz is our most valuable player. And an amazing career, 2 championships and a great career as a sophomore. Hadley from Meridian.
Women's basketball champions, the Walla Walla Warriors.
And now the championship trophy is presented to Walla Walla by Marco Azurdia. We'll take some photos and then we will send it down to Jamie for some post-game interviews. They put the sticker on the bracket, and they'll take it home about 45 minutes away. Skagit Valley is the men's champion. They defeated Lower Columbia 77-72. And Walla Walla is your women's champion, 57-46 over Clackamas. We will keep our eye on you, Jamie, for whenever you are ready to get your players. We'll send it down to you, and you can do your thing. Jamie, let's go down to you and Coach Bobby Hazeltine.
Yeah, Mike said that you always get what you want, and for you, what you wanted, back-to-back championships.
Well, again, of course I wanted it. Everybody wanted it. And credit to Clackamas. It's a different game with their best player, and I know that happens, but feel really bad. Jim's a great friend of mine, and I feel bad what happened to her, but I'll tell you what, our kids came to play defense. I thought we defended as well as we've defended all year long. It was just so fun. The end was scary. We knew it would be, but the defense was good.
Absolutely. And winning it last year, I was watching you, and it's almost like it's your first one. Just talk about the emotions as well as the special flavoring of this group to get the job done in 2026.
Well, it's been a lot of, Hadley's been sick all week. We didn't know if we'd have her, so she's emotional. I'm emotional because of that. I told the girls, losing Macy Milam, I didn't know if we'd even get to the tournament because we were bad in January. But then we started putting things together. In February, we got better. We gelled towards the end of February, and we were really good in this tournament, and that's what you need. Got to put together 4 good games, and we did.
And at what point did you take a look at the team and say, wow, at our best, we have a chance at this thing?
Never. I thought with Macy we had a great shot. Then she went down and we were pretty bad. But after we lost to Big Bend in late January, we gelled. But I saw the bracket and I thought, okay, we're going to make it, but we got to get Lane, Peninsula, and Clackamas, the 3 best teams. And I didn't know if we could do that, but man, defense and rebounding win championships. That's what we did.
Absolutely, an uphill battle, but one that you guys climbed it well. Your 5th NWAC championship. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
All right, back to you, Mike.
All right, Jamie, good job down on the court with Coach Hazeltine as the team continues to cut the nets. That's Logan Sailors, who had 29 in the Friday night semifinal win over Peninsula. And I don't know if you noticed, but Hadley Frost did not get very close to Marco Zerdia for the picture because she was in the emergency room on Friday night with pneumonia. And as Coach Hazeltine said, they weren't sure she was going to be able to go. So it was nothing against Marco. She loves Marco like we all do. She just didn't want to get too close, and like everyone else did because of that, she probably has some germs still floating around in her body. But you wouldn't know it. She played pretty darn well today.
I thought she played really hard.
Maricela Contreras will climb the ladder and get the net for the Warriors, and we will have a chance to visit with the most valuable player of this year's tournament, and that is Hadley Frost. Jamie, down to you.
Thanks, Mike. MVP, it has a good ring to it. Yes, it does, yeah. And talk about this. We just had a chance to talk to Coach Hazeltine about what an uphill battle it has been for the Warriors. You take a look at the perception of back-to-back championships, but you guys really had a fight for this one. Talk about both what you and the team went through to be called 2026 NWAC champions.
Oh man, we go through hard practices every single day. But one thing about this team is that we all love each other so much and we want to see others succeed, and so we push each other every single day during practice, and it's just so rewarding. Like, obviously it's very rewarding and it pays off every day.
And what was said throughout that game? You guys started off so hot and made Clackamas chase you the entire game, something that they weren't able to catch up. So you guys came ready to play today. Talk about that mindset.
Yeah. One thing we know about Clackamas is that no lead is a safe lead. We knew that they could always come back, and in the second half we were like, okay, we need to handle their pressure because that was new in the second half, and we just had to stay composed and keep our poise.
Well, you guys earned it. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So Hadley Frost, the MVP, as Walla Walla back-to-back champions, a new team, same result. Back to you, Mike.
All right, Jamie, great job down on the floor as usual. As the Warriors continue their net cutting parade, they'll get the coaches up there, and that will put a wrap on another great season of NWAC basketball. And again, to you, Cheryl, and Scott Rogers, and Spencer Rowland, and I know I'm missing people. You're a great host. Your institution is a great host.
Well, thank you. We love being a host and take a lot of pride in trying to provide the best experience for our student athletes.
We will watch the final net cutting of the coaches, and we will sign off with our final words as Walla Walla defeats Olympic in the first round. Then Lane needed a last-second free throw by Frost to beat Lane 62-61, 74-62 over Peninsula, and then 57-46 was the final score today as the Warriors defeat Clackamas. And again, Katie Trinan, no stranger to net cutting, cut it as a player in 2010 across the river, an assistant up in Everett in 2018, and back-to-back here in 25 and 26 as Coach Hazeltine will climb the ladder and cut the final strand. There's a final look at the Walla Walla Warriors. They are your 2026 NWAC women's basketball champions here in Pasco. Well, once again, Cheryl, great to be with you, and we'll look forward to doing this again.
Yes, Mike. Thank you so much for having me, and I'll see you next year.
Thanks to everyone for producing this, and the camera people and all the people behind the scenes. A special thanks to Marco Azurdia, Allie Young, and Ian Dexter from the NWAC. This has been a production of STSPN and the NWAC Sports Network. So long, everybody.